takes one person to spend money, but many people to create money.
In our wallets, or the people who worked hard to make it. The U.S. Department of Treasury is the government body in charge of the production of money. It oversees two branches that produce the money. The U.S. Mint makes coins, while the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing makes paper money, or dollar bills. Now, let's explore the process of making money, from the design to the distribution.
It starts with design and engraving. Artists develop the designs, we sculpt them, and make tooling. We make dies. We make about 50,000 dies here every year.
We receive 10-foot-long steel rods. They come in to the plant, and then we cut the rods down to our die sizes, to specifications. And then from that, we take what we call our master hub that we get from Philadelphia, which has the master image on it, and we press that into what we call a working hub. And that working hub is where we make all the other dies from that then we use in our stamping presses. We get these big rolls, or what we call coils, of metal that come in that weigh upwards of 10,000 pounds and could be the length of 5 football fields long.
We load the coil into an automatic storage retrieval system, and then when we're making that specific denomination, we'll pull the specific coil, we'll run it through a blanking press, which makes the actual blanks, the flat discs.
Our blanking press then presses out like a cookie cutter and produces about 14,000 blanks a minute. So our annealing process is where we heat treat the blank coins. We put the coins into a furnace. It's a huge tumbling furnace. The purpose of heating it up is to soften the materials. It softens the coin, and it softens it where when we go to stamp them, it holds the image better. They will be washed and dried, and then they go to our upsetting area, or our mills, where then we raise the outer edge of the coin. And the raising of the coin is done to protect the image of the coin, and so that it makes the coin stackable.
And then they're transferred into the press room, where they're loaded into a press, and the two dies that we made strike the coin with 35 to 100 tons of force, depending on denomination, and leave the impression on the coin.
And then from there, once the coin is stamped, it's inspected, and then from there, they're sent down to our count and bag area, where they're counted, bagged, and then weighed, and then we store them until we send them to the Federal Reserve Bank.
The U.S. Department of Treasury hires designers who create sketches and models of paper money and coins.
These are the people from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, also known as the Money Factory. Meet Brian. He's one of the banknote designers at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing.
My job is to design United States currency. One thing about being a banknote designer is 98% thinking. You have to think about what you're going to do and think about what's going to work when it gets on the press. The easiest approach about designing a bill is a big puzzle. You take different pieces and aspects of America or different things, and you piece it together to come up with one united, almost like a story. Different icons such as the eagle, because I know we hand draw those, and to end up seeing it on a note is pretty awesome. Because it's like your artwork's all over the world.
Secretary of the Treasury chooses one to be made into money, though there may be additional changes to come to a final design.
Once the design team has finalized the design, steel plates need to be created for the printing press. This is Dixie. She's a script engraver and puts the finalized design into steel.
And if you notice your money, it has lettering on it, and it also has numerals on it that denote the denomination. While we have designers that pick up and make designs, my job is to interpret their designs in steel. Sitting and cutting script, because it's very rhythmical. You're just looking in your die through your glass and twirling the die around and cutting it. There's not too many artists that can say they've had their work replicated billions of times.
Once the plates are created, the money starts being printed. Blank currency sheets are brought in. First, the background images are printed. Then, presses print the backs of the notes and the faces of the notes. The final step is the printing of the serial number and the Treasury and Federal Reserve seals. Once the bills are printed, they're cut and packaged into bricks. The completed loads are transferred and securely stored in the Federal Reserve Vault.
But why do we need new designs? As technology improves, it becomes easier for people to make their own fake money. The making of fake money is called counterfeiting, which is illegal. To cut down on counterfeiting, the government redesigns our money by adding new features.
As a regular handler of cash, you can avoid accepting counterfeit notes by becoming familiar with the security features in U.S. currency. All you need to do is feel the paper, tilt the note, and check with light. Let's take a look at some easy-to-use security features in the $20 note. You'll also find these features on other current-style denominations. Feel the paper. Move your finger across the note. It should feel slightly rough to the touch as a result of the printing process and the unique composition of the paper. Tilt the note. Denominations $10 and higher have color-shifting ink in the numeral on the lower right corner of the note. On the current style of notes, the color should change from copper to green. The current style $100 note also includes two new security features that you can check by tilting the note: the color-shifting bell in the inkwell and the 3D security ribbon. The 3D security ribbon contains images of bells and 100s that shift as you tilt the note. Check with light. Hold the note to light to check the watermark and security thread, which are incorporated in denominations $5 and higher. The watermark and security thread should be visible from both sides of the note when held to light. For denominations $10 and higher, the watermark matches the portrait on the face of the banknote. The most recent $5 note has two watermarks, both of the numeral 5. The security thread appears in a different location for each denomination and glows a unique color when exposed to UV light.